Good morning, students. I am Ashutosh Srivastava from New Delhi. I have done MSc in Value Education and Spirituality, BSc in General Non-Medical, and B2 level in Spanish. Today, we are going to talk about gender in nouns and adjectives. In Spanish, all nouns have gender. Why is it important to know if a noun is feminine or masculine? Who will answer? Yes, Akash, come on. That is the right answer. Can we have a round of applause, please? Yes, students, because the gender of the noun changes the article or adjective that you can use with the noun. Nouns that end in MA or PA are masculine. For example, mapa, problema, etc. Words that end with any of the letter in loners are generally masculine. For example, papel, mono, pan, hombre, doctor, autobus, etc. Nouns that end in a stressed vowel are generally masculine. For example, cafe, shampoo, sofa, tissue, etc. However, students, there are some exceptions to these rules. La mano, which is hand, is feminine, but el pie, which is the foot, is masculine. Thinking of them together might help you remember their correct gender. Any word that is actually a shorter form of a longer word, for example, la moto, is a feminine noun, although it ends in O, because it is a short form of the longer word la motocicleta. The ending A is usually feminine. For example, doctora, camisa, etc. Words that end in ION are usually feminine, such as religion. Words that end in DAD and TAD are feminine nouns. For example, felicidad, amistad, etc. Words that end in TUD are also feminine nouns. For example, plenitude, aptitude, etc. Just like masculine nouns, students, you need to be cautious about the exceptions in case of feminine nouns as well. Although words that end in A are usually feminine, however, we already know that the words that end with MA are masculine. There is one other ending that ends in A that is actually both feminine and masculine. We are talking about the ending ista, I-S-T-A. It is usually at the end of the words that describe people. For example, artista, realista, etc. Another common word that ends in A but is masculine is the word el dia, which means the day. The opposite time of the day is la noche, the night. It is feminine, so you can think of them as a pair. Are we on the same page, students? Thank you. Now students, let's talk about adjective agreement. It's a very interesting topic. In Spanish, the adjectives must agree with the noun or pronoun in gender and in number. This means that if the noun the adjective describes is plural and feminine, then the adjective must also be feminine and plural. For example, the noun las camisas, which means the shirts, is plural and feminine. So any adjective that will be used to describe it will also be feminine and plural. For example, las camisas bonitas, which means the pretty shirts. Las camisas caras, which means the expensive shirts. Similarly, if the noun is singular and feminine, then the describing adjective must also be singular and feminine. For example, la camisa bonita, the pretty shirt. La camisa cara, the expensive shirt. If the noun is singular and masculine, then the describing adjective will also be singular and masculine. For example, el coche negro, which means the black car. El coche lujoso, which means the luxurious car. Similarly, students, if the noun is plural and masculine, then the describing adjective will also be plural and masculine. For example, los coches negros, which means the black cars, and los coches lujosos, which means the luxurious cars. Students, adjectives that end in E or ista, ISTA, do not change according to gender. They agree with both the masculine and the feminine nouns in the singular form, though they do change for the number. For Example, masculine form is mi abuelo es interesante. Feminine form will be mi abuela es interesante. No change at all. Now, who will make the plural form of this sentence? Yes, you, Priya. Give it a try. That is the right answer. Wonderful. Plural form is mis abuelos son interesantes. Similarly, other example could be masculine form is mi profesor es muy idealista. Feminine form will be mi profesora es muy idealista. And plural form would be mis profesores son muy idealistas. Am I making sense, students? Thank you. Students, most adjectives that end with a consonant do not change according to gender, but do change for number, just like adjectives that end in E. For example, el coche es azul, which means the car is blue. La moto es azul, which means the motorcycle is blue. Ashok, please make plural of these sentences. Yes, that's right, Ashok. Los coches son azules, which means the cars are blue. Make the plural of the second sentence. What? Los motos son azules? Students, is this sentence correct? Good, students. Yes, there is a mistake in this sentence. Now, who will rectify it? Yes, you, Asha. And that is the correct answer. Can we have a round of applause for Asha? Las motos son azules. The motorcycles are blue. Ashok, have you realized your mistake? The plural of la is not los. It is las. That's right. Good. For adjectives that end in z in the singular, change the z to c before adding the plural ending. For example, el gato es feliz. The cat is happy. The plural will be los gatos son felices, where the spelling of felices would be F-E-L-I-C-E-S, which means the cats are happy. Now here also, students, there are some exceptions. Adjectives that end with OR, accented ON or accented IN do have feminine forms. Simply add A or AS to the masculine singular form and delete the accent if necessary. For example, mi hermano es trabajador, which means my brother is hardworking. Mi hermana es trabajadora, which means my sister is hardworking. So here you can notice that I have added A for sister and made trabajadora from trabajador. Okay, and the plural would be mis hermanos son trabajadores. There are two meanings of this sentence. First is my brothers are hardworking, and second one is my siblings are hardworking. Another example could be Pablo es cabezón. Pablo is stubborn. Paula is... How will you make the feminine form of cabezón? We need to add A. Yes, Paula es cabezona. Paula is stubborn. Now there is another exception. Adjectives that end with E-R-I-O-R do not have a feminine form. For example, está en el patio exterior del edificio. He is in the back patio of the building. Está en la parte posterior del edificio. He is in the back part of the building. That's all for today. Please do revise this lesson. See you in the next class. Thank you.
मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला मेरा रंग दे ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला ओए रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे बसंती चोला ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला मेरा रंग दे ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला ओए रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे बसंती चोला दम निकले इस देश की खातिर बस इतना अरमान है दम निकले इस देश की खातिर बस इतना अरमान है एक बार इस राह में मरना 100 जन्मों के समान है देख के वीरों की कुर्बानी देख के वीरों की कुर्बानी अपना दिल भी बोला मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला, मेरा रंग दे, ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला, ओए रंग दे बसंती चोला, माए रंग दे बसंती चोला।